Yeah, I mean, to me, that's what I'm so excited about. Because when I look back at my own career, I started doing media training and communication skills training 40 years ago, right up the road from you in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I always found when I can work one-on-one with a client, video camera, rehearse, get them on camera a dozen times in a day, there was always dramatic improvement because everything was geared towards that person. It wasn't me giving a speech. It was highly interactive, lots of feedback, iterations. They got to the point where they were great. Now, fast forward, I started doing online training in 1998, which was way too early. Lost money for about 15 years. But then, 10 years ago or so, it really took off. And after the pandemic, it skyrocketed.
Right.
And I've got 2 million students. But the problem is when you take a video course from me or anyone, it's a passive experience. You're sitting back watching, and as much as I think I'm fascinating, some people are watching me and checking text, email, and everything else. It's a passive experience. It doesn't genuinely create transformational experiences, and that's what drew me to clones. I'm like, wow, now I can actually do what worked well for me and customers and clients all over the world for years. But now it's affordable and scalable because I don't have to fly to Bangkok to do the training, which I've done before and is fun, but you can't do that every day. Clients don't have to fly to me. I don't have to get up at 3 a.m. if someone needs something. So that's why I'm so excited about it.
So how we're doing that in pickleball. So you like pickleball, you're a pickleball player. So we have cloned Scott Moore. He's the winningest champion in the sport of pickleball. He's an inductee into the Pickleball Hall of Fame, and he's been world champion for like the last 10 years. So we cloned him. So he had created an online course that was successful for the previous 5 years or so. Well, we brought that into Pickle Zone, and then we added the clone to each lesson. So you watch the 10 to 15 minute video. Then he assigned you some drills to go do on the pickleball court. If you have questions, then you can ask his clone. And then when you come back after drilling, you might have some more questions. The next stage, because our clones can see, is we want to train the clone to absorb the video of you playing so that the clone can then give you feedback based upon a video of you playing pickleball. So that's like the next stage that we're
what's the timeline for it? Because things are happening very quickly with cloning technology. I mean, it just seems like every day there's some new invention. Like all of a sudden I'm fluent in 32 languages, which is exciting. The visual aspect, I know my clone can take a picture of me. So if I ask my clone, like now, I say, hey, I'm going to go on CNBC. What do you think of how I look? Do I look comfortable or nervous or authoritative and relaxed? It will say, okay, TJ, your backdrop looks nice and your studio looks nice. Your lighting looks nice, but you're holding a pen and that can make you seem nervous and uncomfortable. But what it's doing, it's taking a snapshot. If I say, am I moving my hands too quickly or too slowly? It can't do that yet. Are you saying your clone
so when you're talking
to video?
So when you're talking to your clone through video,
yes,
you're saying it can't see that you're moving your hands around.
It doesn't see the video. It's taking snapshots. At least that's how it was described to me by the technologist at Delphi.
That is
but maybe there's been an innovation in the last week and I'm not even aware of it.
So Delphi is not doing the training on the pickleball video. We've got another technology, another AI technology. And you can, if you go to the Pickle Zone training center, picklezone.com, I wrote a book on AI in sports, and it talks way more in depth in how the AI can analyze your motion, where the ball goes on the court, whether you won that point or not. Are you hitting your backhand or forehand? So those are the things we already can do through AI, video AI.
Okay. And what platform, what underlying technology are you using for that? That's fascinating.
So there's several different AI technologies that are embedded in that ability to do that. So it's not a one platform. Now there's a couple of companies that are doing it. One is Swing Vision. So they've been around a long time for tennis. There's a company called Stupa that's been around for a while in ping pong. And there's a new company called Pickleball Vision, it's PB.Vision, they've been focusing specifically on pickleball. So what I want to do is be able to take the video analytics that they provide through their video and then feed that into the clone of Scott Moore. Scott Moore will understand it and be able to give them back feedback. So that's what we're working on over at Pickle Zone.
Okay, well, that's exciting. Let's share with our audience, because I know some people are saying, enough talking, TJ. Let's actually check this thing out. So here we are on cloneyourself.cc, which is your company.
And
you
the
have
.cc, what do you think the .cc stands for?
clone, copy clone, or something like that?
Carbon copy.
Carbon copy. Yeah, even though we're not carbon based anymore.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore. But when you do CC on your email or BCC,
yes.
So
let's take a look at this.
All right, so let's hope it works, because one of the problems I've found is just having a webinar video and then trying to communicate and it being recordable.